how have you kind of prepped yourself for all this going on?
Yeah, it's nice to see you after the season, man. It was a good, quick turnaround after the championship game, and then just getting back for the parade, mentally coming down, working out, getting ready for these drills, and doing the best I can to stay in shape and get ready to put on a show.
What is your scouting report on Cornelius?
My scouting report?
On yourself.
I'm on what you're going to get from me. You're going to get a winner. You're going to get a champion. So I'm ready to compete and make a difference.
Planning on doing everything in the testing skills tomorrow?
Yeah.
What makes JJ a quarterback?
It's just his mindset. Got a great mindset to compete, always finding ways to win. And then combine that with his physical attributes and his talents, you get a national champion and winner. And we'll excited to see his career.
Just as a player and as a teammate, where have you seen that mindset most?
Just on the field in those tough moments, we're down or we're trying to get a lead, build on a lead. Just on those road games where something might not be going the right way, you can always look to your fellow leaders and just follow the way.
Building on that, the combine is often about, you guys are selling yourself as individuals, right? You're trying to take that next step. But all JJ was saying was about how he's trying to be the team guy, and that is that very par for the course for him, would you say?
It's definitely an interesting question because usually, on the football field, it's like a team sport. So you have other guys around you competing with them and trying to figure out how to build off of them. But then in this case, you come to the NFL Combine, it's more like individual workouts. So it's a different way of looking at it, but it's still sort of the same game. You're still playing your game, and you're still relying on what you know best and what we do best, which is playing the game of football.
All the big games you played in the championship game, how have those grown your confidence as you get ready to take this next step in your career?
I definitely feel like those big games, going throughout the college football playoffs, the big rivalry games, the championship games, those have definitely helped grow my confidence throughout my football career. And then going into this next level where everyone's going to be a step up, faster, stronger, bigger, it definitely helps my confidence.
Is it intimidating at all being here?
Intimidating? You can say that, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's intimidating. That's more of a lack of confidence type of word. It's an honor to be here, more so. You look at all the great talent around you, and you just try and do what you can.
Cornelius, when you're coming out of an offense that didn't throw the ball a ton, how do you sell yourself to team?
Interesting. I would say that's a good question. Coming from offense and didn't throw the ball a ton. I feel like we still got some good reps in and put enough on film to sell myself on tape, and just making sure these scouts really watch the film, watch all the routes. Even if the ball didn't necessarily go your way, you still put a good route on film. Just like we're about to do here tomorrow at the Combine. We're going to be running routes and catching balls here and there, and that's another step, just going back and watching all the film, throughout the whole career, just really diving into that, studying that, and so you can find the best prospects.
Jim Milton is on stage here with you guys. Do you ever think that, had things worked out for him, that, maybe JJ's not even in this situation here too?
Yeah, that's a crazy hypothetical question. You could say that, if anything happens, a couple things switch here and there. Might not be in the same situation. I might not even be in the same situation. You might not be. Anything can happen. But in terms of Joe Milton being here, it was nice to see him. Just tossing the ball around with him throughout the day. A couple of days ago, and then maybe tomorrow we'll throw a little bit, here and there. But it's good to see him, a familiar face and a good friend of mine. To come back to the Combine. That's the great thing about the Combine. It brings all these guys together. Some guys you might not have never met, from different schools, even some rivals. You might play against, all coming back, and then who knows? Maybe at the next level you'll be teammates. So it's just funny to see how that all works out, from high school on to college, and then college to the next level here too.
Talking to any Ohio State guys this week?
Nah, still stay away from them. But like I say, eventually I'll talk to them. It's not like I'm avoiding nobody, but Ohio State, Penn State, Michigan State, some former Alabama guys we played against in the Rose Bowl, Washington guys, training with them. It's just natural, It's just like you have rivals on the field, but now as we go on to the next level, you can end up being teammates and making great friends with them and talking about those games, talking about those rivalries. It ends up paying off.
Who are the toughest quarterbacks you
faced? Big Ten, just looking back at your career.
Yeah, that's another good question. Some of the toughest corners and DBs I've faced in the Big Ten, just even my whole career. It's been a lot of guys, specifically in the Big Ten. Remember last year we went against the first round pick Joey Porter. Years before that, we went against. Remember that Washington game? We went against McDuffie. Just won the championship with the Kansas City Chiefs. This past year, we've gone against Kool-Aid and Terrion in the Rose Bowl. A lot of good competition we faced at Michigan, and put some stuff on film to be able to match up with those guys.
How is playing in the Big Ten, the weather, everything you have to battle, prepare you to take Cal to the next level?
That's another good point. Just talking about the weather and the Big Ten environments, I feel like that does correlate to the next level because there are going to be a lot of games where you can be against the elements. Who knows? You might end up playing some up north team. A lot of teams, those cold environments, especially the NFL season goes all the way past till December, damn near January, compared to just late November in college. So that definitely is going to be something that you can be used to going into the next level. It can help you late in the season.
Have you met with Tampa Bay this week?
Yes.
Was that formal or informal? How did that go?
It was informal. We met with Tampa Bay, talked. It was an informal interview. Just went over some questions, just getting to know me and my family.
What about the Giants?
Met with the Giants too. We met with a lot of teams, also especially from coming from the All-Star East-West game. I was able to re-meet with some teams, and that was helpful for me to kind of see some faces again. And the one with the Giants went well too. We talked about some plays, drops some plays, and just getting to know each other.
What makes Roman Wilson a good prospect?
Same thing, like I said, with JJ, his mindset and his physical traits. I feel like Roman's got a really strong work ethic, and you're always going to catch Roman. He's never going to deny some extra work, trying to get some extra hands drills, some footwork, speed drills. Just his relentless hard work, and just once he gets on the football field, just does it in games.
As JJ's draft stock is kind of rising, what do you think people should know about him? Maybe as
I feel like it's all going to be on film. That's really all you can know, what's on film, and then eventually, as you get to talk to him, you're just going to get to know his personal traits even better. So if you don't know about him, I just talk to him, have a conversation, spend some time with him, and then that'll help his draft stock as well.
What's your favorite conversation you've had with him?
There's been so many, throughout the years, just on the road, traveling. We have so many like team trips, away games, just being on the bus, just having that time with the teammates back at Michigan and coming on to the future. It's just been a real great experience. Good having him as his teammate.
The offensive skill guys that are here from Michigan, is there a common trait or characteristic you guys all kind of share?
Common trait. Yeah, just from the Michigan guys, you said.
Yeah, the four offensive skill guys that are here.
Yeah. We just got that Schembechler Hall chemistry, Just once we get to the pro day, we're gonna be able to tune that up even more. It's gonna be really fun to get back to Schembechler Hall for the pro day and just see all the guys back in that one spot and have that same chemistry we had every single day coming out to practice at Schembechler Hall in Ann Arbor. So now we're just in a different spot, which we've done the whole season. So it's definitely some chemistry we have there. Trying to keep that going throughout Indy.
Speaking of that, what was your mindset going into that Shrine Bowl performance? I felt like he was a big bully out there on the field.
The mindset, it's the same one, every time. Coming in here too, just coming in trying to prove something always, and just doing what we do and just relying on the practice. That's really what I'm focusing on, relying on the practice reps I've done and just trying to get the most out of the experience.
If you had to compare your game to somebody, who would it be and why is it Amon-Ra St. Brown?
He said, why is it Amon-Ra St. Brown? I guess you must be a Lions fan, I guess. Or
Not just a natural
Detroit fan. Natural football fan, okay. Yeah, I definitely like Amon-Ra St. Brown's game and respect his game too. Being from that Detroit Lions team, played in Southern California. I followed him even back to modern day when he came out. Definitely respect his game and excited to even study his film even more with his work in the slot and outside. He can do a lot on the football field. I don't think there's anything he can't do, and that's something I strive to do as well.
Speaking of that Schembechler Hall chemistry, so many coaches with ties to Michigan in the league right now. How do you think that can help you guys, having people in these draft rooms that really know you?
Yeah, that was awesome. I mean, yesterday even I was walking into the Westin Hotel to get my work in with XPE. I've been training with them a little bit down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and it laid a little spot over there at the Westin Hotel. And as soon as I walked into the lobby, I bumped into Coach Harbaugh, and I was like, it's funny to see him. I wanted to give him a little fist bump, but he gave me a big hug, and I was like, okay, that's pretty funny. It was nice to see him. He was with his son there, just able to catch up for a little bit and see him. He was in a Chargers polo, which was different than the Block M, his typical outfit. But it was nice to see him, and then he's probably seen a bunch of the other guys having that same chemistry. Is something really beautiful to see. Is coming off that championship, something we'll never forget, can't take away from us.
So many offensive guys from Michigan here today. Who do you see as the future of the Michigan offense?
Ooh, that's a great question. Coming into that first game and throughout the whole season, it's going to be interesting to see who steps up and really makes a name for themselves coming in from that championship team where a lot of guys left. You said, 18 guys are here at the Combine? That's almost a full starting unit on offense and defense. So seeing who steps up is going to be really interesting. A lot of the guys in the wide receiver room I'm looking forward to. Some of the guys I worked with, Morris, Morgan, O'Leary, those guys. And then we'll see, the quarterbacks, running backs. Excited to see them in the pro day and just catch up with those guys once they get back to campus.
Last question, guys.
What have you been trying to show teams about your personality in the interviews? And then what do you hope to show when you get to the workouts on the field?
As I see the Equity Sports shirt, I rock with them too. I'm trying to show them just my consistency and my route running details, and then just being able to make plays deep and have good footwork in the short game too.
That's it, guys.
Thank you.